Yeah. They ain't believe me when I told them crypto was the future. Now they trying to get in, but it's too late. We've been stacking Marbitz since day one. No banks, no middlemen, just power moves. Let's get it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I decided to go live a little bit earlier tonight because I ain't really doing anything. So I just thought, well, I might as well. Nothing else is happening. Why don't we go live? And I guess A, see if the internet connection stays with us. That is obviously the big question. B, see if we get through what's going on. So hopefully we can manage to get through tonight's live stream. But we'll see. We'll see. That might not be the case. It might end up going to absolute pants again. I don't think it will do. I definitely think it's down to the heat. But anyway, we are coming at you live and direct with, as always, an action-packed show with lots of stuff to talk about. So we're going to get into a lot of stuff, as you would expect here on the 2-Bit Crypto channel, bringing you the greatest, latest, and everything in between when it comes to these cryptocurrency markets. So yeah, I hope you all had a good day. The market, I mean, people are kind of freaking out a little bit. I mean, definitely don't be in altcoins right now. It's a fucking disaster, but we'll sort of try and break down a key thing, what's going on. Some very much bullish news, some interesting charts we'll take a look at. What is driving the market down? All right, let's try and get into a little bit of a mindset to understand exactly what's going on. But the caveat is, why is the rest of the week, in my opinion, and into early next week, going to be pretty crazy? I'm going to break that down for you as well tonight. So lots to get into, lots to talk about, lots to break down, and certainly give you a vibe as to what's going on. As always, the only couple of things I ever ask for, do me a favor and smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high if you're on YouTube. Also, welcome to La Familia Radical over on TikTok as well. Shout out to you guys. Hit that tap that screen, hit the follow button, do all that kind of good stuff. Let's get this absolutely sending tonight, because there'll be lots of people out there that are having a bad time in this market and they need to come here and listen to what's going on. So with that being said, let's say hello to a few people and then we're going to get into it. And we're still technically a minute earlier than we normally are. So, I mean, I'm bullish on everything right now. But anyway, Tim, good to see you. Craig's here. Selmo's here as well. Mr. Vern, what is going on, buddy? Welcome. RPM says SEC appeal vote 3. Will Torres launch the 4th of July Independence Day? I doubt it, but close. What? Esoteric Moon. I mean, that could be an interesting one. LW says bullshit. Anyway, what's going on, Blazer? Selmo's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome to you, my friend. Mr. Swamp Donkey's in the house. What's going on, Swamp? Tell me where that whiffs at, baby. Stu's here. Daniel, 1012. What's going on, buddy? Chipper's here as well. Welcome to you guys. Bunga, like done, sir. Always consistent. Love that. Really Rich says, you should drop a meme coin, please. I'll be the first to buy. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? That would be interesting. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Who knows what the hell might happen very soon? Who knows? I'm kidding. Ish. Anyway, Mark Sintic, it's been a minute. What's going on, brother? Welcome to you. And welcome to everybody here on TikTok, you absolute legends. Fight for Fate. Welcome to you, TM78. Good to see you. Crypto Rising, you absolute legend. What's going on? User 532987651899993. What's going on? Timothy Galloway, what's going on? Jody, welcome to you. Appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, thank you so much. Pyth. We talked about Pyth the other night, actually. We'll take a look at it in just a minute. James B, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Okay, right. Good news. The bull run's here. Way. If you're ever in any doubt, by the way, Bitcoin bull run begins. Lots of people now saying we've got a bullish cross. You know, everyone loves a good chart, don't they, that you can make it look like. Apparently, Bitcoin on the weekly index is absolutely giving us a view of a potential upside move. Is the RSI flipping to a bullish cross? I'll show you on my chart. It looks a little bit better. But the reality is that people are finally allegedly getting bullish. Like I said, you can make any chart look however you want it. But here's the truth. Here's where we sit right now. Dark Defender, what's going on? X-Ray, what's going on? Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Where do we sit right now? That's the debate that everyone has right. Well, we lost that key level of support that we've kind of been hugging for a while. So we now know that the breakout is unfortunately not confirmed. And actually, we're seeing a fairly big wick down. Now, as I always say on this channel, if you know why the market's wicking down, then it's fine. If the market's randomly wicking down, you're like, ooh, this could be pretty spicy. The other thing to think about is what is the current situation when it comes to the long-term holder population, because that is also something worthwhile thinking about. And just so happens, I've got both of those things for you guys. We're not like the traditional bullshit channel. We got it all for you right here. We're locked and loaded. We got everything you need. Other than obviously try and pump this market back up, which is dumping pretty aggressively right now. We're nearly 2% down on Bitcoin. It's a disaster. Sell everything. Move on. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm clearly kidding. Don't do anything right now. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. So, again, like I said, we'll get into kind of this. But, yeah, I mean, you look at Bitcoin. It's having a bad time. A bad time right now. Here it is on the hourly. It's a pretty painful dump. It may get worse. I'm just saying. It may get worse. Long time. Or, you know, I'm still very much optimistic as to where this market's going to go. I think it's definitely worthwhile not freaking out. As with anything, you know what I mean? As with anything like this, lots of people kind of just have this complete aneurysm sometimes when it comes to certain elements of the market. And, you know, half the time they end up just losing all of their money, which is definitely not wise. What we do know, by the way, as an example, just to give you a quick flavor as to what's going on, long-term holders, i.e., the ratio of spent outputs, i.e., those that have held Bitcoin for more than more than 155 days in profit, it's still going up. They are increasing their holdings. All right. So, like we've talked about a long time here on the channel, we've tried to kind of just double down on some of these key things. The longer-term holders are continually stacking their bags, right? They are not they're not being shaken out. They're holding on. And I think that's a good narrative to think about. Now, you may go, too bad, I'm sick of it. It's all complete nonsense and I'm out. It's fine. Like, don't worry about it. You've got to make that decision for you. I am only here to offer my words of wisdom, and sometimes they're right and sometimes they're not. That is just the harsh reality of life. But what we do know is, generally speaking, we are absolutely in a world where there is more optimism in the market than you may not see, especially when you've got people like Tom Lee calling Ethereum going to like $50,000 and all sorts of crazy shit going on, and also starting an Ethereum fund. You got to be like, man, I am bullish on where this is going to go, and I think that would be a sensible place to be. Like I said, it's always a challenge. You can never be truly certain, and everything might go to zero tomorrow. Who the hell knows? But I don't think so. All right, I don't think so. People may think so. I don't think so. So we're going to try and walk through what that might look like. Stop the creep. What's going on, Remy? Welcome to you. Ponke's in the house. Good to see you, Ponke. What's super interesting, I don't know if anyone joined me last night when we tried to do like a weird TikTok battle and it was wild. I just didn't know how to do it. But anyway, it's all nonsense and I'm out. Curtis is gone. See you later, Curtis. Tom Lee is a hype muppet. That's true. That's true. But he has started an Ethereum fund raising $250 million to buy Ethereum. So look, he might be a muppet, but I'm down for him buying over, $250 million worth of Ethereum. I'm cool with that. So again, Bitcoin is taking a little dump. And again, understand the facts that sit around this. Bitcoin is dumping. Everyone's panicking. Oh my God, we're going to fucking zero. BlackRock buys 1,044 Bitcoin today. They go, hey, thanks so much. I appreciate you selling your Bitcoin. I'm going to take that baby. I'm going to put it into our iTrust fund. Fidelity doing exactly the same as well as ARC21, Grayscale Mini, all buying massive amounts of Bitcoin, right? All buying massive amounts of Bitcoin. Yeah, again, 11,290 Bitcoin is now being dumped into the iShares Bitcoin ETF over the course of the last 7 days. You can see this by the fact that Bitcoin dominance, unfortunately, is on its way back up, particularly when you look at the daily here. So whereas we got a nice little kind of dump arena over the last 4 days, and we were starting to hopefully see a little bit of trend up in altcoins, turns out it was a massive fake and we all got wrecked. Anyway, always a wild time to potentially leverage trade. But Bitcoin, again, is still within this range. I'm not stressing it too much, as by the way is Ethereum, albeit we are at the bottom end of this range. I'd like to see Ethereum just push back up a little bit. We don't particularly want to lose where we are right now. 2410 would be the close, keeping us well within this trading range that we want. We don't really want to see this come down any lower. If it does, maybe it goes to 2386 and pushes back up. Again, we'll have to wait and see. Kirby, thanks for the follow. Tillerman says 4 years, still waiting. This one could be a good one. Anyway, depends whose channel you're watching. Sitecoin, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to you. Solana down 6, coming back down to retest this lower support. Not a bad thing. No one cares about Cardano. Algorand H bar XRP down as well. Altcoins smashed to pieces today. Again, what's annoying is the Bitcoin pumps, altcoin moves a little bit. Bitcoin doesn't pump, altcoins dump. Bitcoin dumps, altcoins dump anyway. So you're kind of getting a 2-for-1 on dumping altcoins rather than pumping altcoins. Some bad ones out there. Chex is getting absolutely smashed, breaking a new low. In fact, it hasn't been this low since back in 2024. Check's looking like a complete piece of shit right now. But anyway, down 15%, as are some of the other ones. Meme coins, Brett, 10%, getting absolutely murdered. as well as a lot of other coins. Now, what's interesting to note here on a couple of things, lots of people stable coiling up. Look at this, 2% up on USDC. Very interesting. You may say to yourself, well, why? What the hell is going on, 2-bit? Well, we're seeing gold. People are nervous. Thank you, Vern. People are nervous, right? And I'll tell you why they're nervous. They're nervous for Trump's big, beautiful bill. They're nervous because Jerome Powell has been a complete chopper. And I said this the other day. I necessarily don't think longer term getting rid of Jerome Powell is probably not a bad thing. Short term, the markets will freak out. The markets will panic if Jerome Powell gets yeeted. So people are very uncomfortable. We'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in just a minute. So yeah, Really Rich says, I'm getting some Ethereum, bro. I'm already in and I'm ready for it. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So we'll keep an eye on what's going on. Again, it's not the biggest dump in the world. It's 1.59%. But the reality is that people are still very much optimistic, as am I. Look at them sunglasses. Yo. Appreciate it, Vern. Thank you so much for the gifts. You legendary. Chatting Popcorn. Blockchain Bulls just joined. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to you. Thanks for the roses as well. Always sounds a little bit weird, but cheers. Markets are not panicking, in my opinion. No, I don't necessarily mean markets panicking. I mean people, holders, you know, crypto people are like, oh, sell everything. Oh, it's all going to zero. Like, you just got to be like, meh. We'll see. Anyway, interesting. One of my favorite BTC charts. Are we playing out exactly like the 2017 bull market move? Maybe. Maybe is this going to take us on to the run of the upper trend from 2017 into 2021? Does that look like the same sort of play? 2025, does it do the same thing? Lots of people think so. Holders are so weak this cycle. Yeah, the reality is we just haven't got a lot of retail in. We've just got lots of institutions. Also, think about this. 4.4 million wallets owning now at least 0.1 Bitcoin. It's pretty interesting statistics. Lots of people owning some Bitcoin. And then this is probably one of my... I closed the chart. I hate this fucking mouse. I just brought my mouse. Oh, no, I haven't. There we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Slightly frustration on the day. Right. Is this playing out exactly like we've seen on 2021? I keep forgetting that. I'll probably get banned for it. Do you think the bull was last year in December? No, I think the bull run's on now and we've got the top yet to come. That's my opinion. And I think a lot of things point to that direction as well. But, you know, is this exactly the same as playing out as we've been before? I mean, look, it's possible. It's possible. We will have to wait and see. But I think what's really challenging this time around, and Bitcoin's actually performing better than I think has done in previous cycles. I definitely think you're getting more investment in Bitcoin. Where people are just getting pissed off is altcoins. That's the reality of it. Altcoins are a disaster right now. Even if, when you're buying at the bottom, it's fine. Still seeing some pretty challenging altcoin positions. However, longer term, you've still got to be bullish. And whatever you've got this, remember, there's nearly $3 billion of net in and outflows with ETFs. And we've seen massive accumulation once again for Bitcoin. And I think when you look at Ethereum, we touched on this yesterday. And I actually dropped a video about this earlier. If you haven't seen it, by the way, you should definitely go and check it out. $31 million into Ethereum yesterday. Looks like we'll probably do something similar today as well. So, you know, if you accumulate it up, just huge amounts of capital is flowing into the crypto markets right now. The problem you've got is people, just short-term holders, are like, oh, I'm going to get out. Everyone's telling me it's going to go to zero. Is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But, you know, look, we're holding at around 105. Still 105. Big, beautiful bill. No one's liking it at the minute. And when we start talking a little bit about what's happening, there's so much crazy news out there that it's ridiculous to think about how this is not pumping to oblivion. So, yeah, Tillerman says, hope so. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. Again, never financial advice on this channel. I only offer my opinion on things, but I am certainly locked into this bull run. I absolutely think that this is going higher, and I think there's a lot of evidence to support that case. Said cryptocurrency, though, you could lose everything. Just have to be careful. I'm from Ethiopia. I don't have capital. Take me $10 for what? I don't even know what that means. Bull run is still waiting for Bitcoin to do its thing, but it's difficult when Bitcoin is now so mainstream with the big institutions. Maybe. I mean, it's not crazy, but yeah, it's pretty interesting. So yeah, what's going on, Tomato Pete? Good to see you as well. As always, thoughts on the Pepe Ascension pre-sale delay? I have not seen it, if I'm dead honest. I've not seen it, so I probably need to take a look at it. They did get to $14.5 million on a pre-sale, though, I believe, last time I checked. Trouble with ETF is stopping the money flow. Yeah, a little bit, Luke. I think I think you've got two things. You've got the institutions that are buying, which generally is a signal that they're trying to get in early. At 17 now, Jesus. They're trying to get in early before retail comes in. There needs to be a catalyst as to why retail's going to come in. What's going on from South Africa? Cinnabug, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. I appreciate you. Lauren Babs here as well. Welcome. Chris Bendix, what's going on? Don't forget, keep tapping that screen here on TikTok. Also, by the way, make sure you hit the like button and subscribing to the channel on YouTube as well. We are effing sending this chart to 106, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ron XRP, what's going on, buddy? Right, let's break down just a little bit of what's going on. Let's try and get our focus in the market. I am just keeping an eye on a meme coin that I bought earlier on, so I'm just seeing what the price is. It's up a little bit, nothing crazy. Just keeping an eye on what's going on with it. So, why is the market dumping? Let's talk about that first, and then let's try and get into maybe what's coming the next time. So, Trump tariffs. Oh, God, the tariff word. What the hell? Don't say that to me. It's as bad as the C word. July 6th is coming very soon. This is the rumored stop time, i.e., this is it. You know, done. We're not debating it. Trump actually announced earlier on that he's, after July 6th, he's not interested in trading with Japan. It's like, oh, God, come on. We thought we'd got to move from this. Investors are closely monitoring potential. That's why you're seeing stablecoin values go up, gold values go up, risk assets, everyone's going, ooh. Whereas I think this is the moment where everyone should be going, oh, well, I think track record probably tells us that it's going to come out the other way. But anyway, the crypto market currently navigating a challenging period primarily due to political and economic developments in the United States. So this big, beautiful bill, I was trying to get my head around it earlier on. Obviously, I'm not from the US. I was actually listening to the bill we're trying to pass here in the UK, and it's a fucking disaster. But anyway, that's for a different video altogether. I was trying to get into and understand why there is such a divisive view of the big, beautiful bill. And I still don't really understand it, right? I still don't really get it. We might have some breaking news right now. Hold on, everybody. Breaking news. You guys know what it means. Breaking news. This could be the biggest event in cryptocurrency history or a complete and utter disaster. What is the breaking news, everybody? The breaking news is President Trump says Jerome Powell is a moron. There you go. Oh, we have a moron at the head of the Fed. He's a moron. I mean, you couldn't be more specific if you tried, could you? Thoughts on Fetch AI? Bullish. It's in the investment portfolio, hoping for some big things off Fetch AI. The AI narrative needs to take off again, and I think we're going to be absolutely fine. Put bluntly. Is that how you spell bluntly? Is it L-E-Y? Blunt, L-E-Y. Is it bluntly like that? Man, I'm not good at spelling. I'm going to say, oh no, it's not. Bluntly. There we go. All right. There we go. There you go. I'm going to retweet this out just so that you can see it. Oh, this is great. I'm actually getting someone phoning me on Telegram, you massive choppers. I'm live. What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway. Man, I don't even know where this person is. Where is this person's chat box? Right. So, yeah. Anyway, Jerome Powell's apparently a moron according to Donald Trump. $10 on the cards. Fetch AI. $10. I mean, Jesus. I mean, that'd be pretty interesting if it got there. That would be pretty interesting if it got there. Where's it currently at? Fetch. 65 cents. Tens a push. That's like a 15x. I mean, start $5 and see where we get to with it. That'd be my opinion. Right. Anyway, moving on. Watcher Guru saying that Jerome Powell, sorry, not Watcher Guru. President Trump saying Jerome Powell's a moron. Right. Moving on. That's also another reason why I think people are a little bit uneasy, by the way. This is my opinion. President Trump has already challenged Japan. He's obviously saying he's not going to do it. And further confrontations with the European Union representatives read Trump's tactics correctly. As reported by the Financial Times, they may witness Trump striking the negotiation table with a bold approach. We will see what happens, in my opinion. He also declared that Japan might face tariffs ranging from 30 to 35%. Which is kind of annoying, and hardlines suggest additional threats are on the horizon. Notably, the United Kingdom could become Trump's next target. No! Due to the digital tax policies which differ from Canada's approach. Okay, basically, Trump's gone big on tariffs again. It's like, for sake, relax on the tariff nonsense. So we'll see. Nothing's happened at the minute, but that is why. So you got big, beautiful bill, 50-50. JD Vance had to cast the voting vote, the primary vote, by the way. So everyone's a bit like... And then obviously this whole tariff stuff's back, right? Still 105, 557. If you hit the like button a bit more, we can probably get this up a little bit more. So think about that. What's going on, Crypto Princess? Good live stream earlier. Saw it. Like your style. Little integration with those shorts. Hey, tell you what. Camera quality looked great. You're absolutely killing it right there. So well done. Crypto got screwed in a big bill. See, I couldn't find a lot to do with cryptocurrency. All I can find is this kind of slightly deviating move in terms of where capital goes and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know enough about it to give a real solid personal opinion, but it's pretty interesting anyway. Really Rich says Ignite a Launchpad. Nice. Adam, what's going on? Welcome to you. Robert Dover's in the house. Good on, Rob. Good to see you, buddy. Crypto, the crypto fascist colonizer. What a name. We actually need to raise rates to fix this mess. That's the irony. Really? Raise rates? Why would you need to raise rates? Your interest rate's at 2.26%. The federal funds rate's at 4.2. You don't need to raise rates at all. You need to... You don't... I mean, look, it depends how you look at it, really. I don't know enough about the fiscal policy of the big, beautiful bill, but you definitely don't need to raise rates. Definitely not. This is where I think people get confused. The interest rate is not the same as the federal funds rate. They're two different things. So, yeah, your interest rate's actually relatively low, which is the argument why they think Jerome Powell should cut, and he's not. What we need to see probably is the next CPI data, which is going to be at least another couple of weeks, I think. Energy is still coming down. That's going to be favorable, but yeah, you'll have to see. We'll have to see. Okay, right. So yeah, anyway, that's where we sit with this. But there is good news out there. There is obviously good news out there. As always, my glass is half full, not half empty. I'm bringing you the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency as always. Don't forget, if you want to keep me up to date with what's going on, make sure you're hitting that follow button. Don't forget, check out my socials down in the description. You can follow me on Twitter and, by the way, on TikTok. If you want to be part of the greatest crew on the planet. That's right. That is the Crypto Princess YouTube channel. Get it. It's mine. Get away with yourselves. Right. The SEC officially approves Grayscale's conversion, launching the first US multi-asset crypto spot ETF. This is bullish. Very bullish. Guess what's in it? Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Cardano, not debatable, and BTC and ETH comprising over 91% of the portfolio. Let's go. Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano now on ETF products. It is the first small step to a broader adoption of ETF products. So I think it's going to be pretty big. They came out. James Seferat said this, quote, there's the new approval order for the Grayscale GDLC to convert into an ETF. This is their digital large cap fund that holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. Final deadline was tomorrow. Good news. This probably sets us as a potential October time for maybe some more altcoin ETFs. We'll have to kind of wait and see, but pretty bullish if you ask me. Good news. Right. Also, so you need to kind of just take this in as I'm going to talk through, because it's going to make a point at the end of it, by the way. BTC gas reached its peak. Time to exit. Do you reckon, Steele? Well, I'm not sure yet. Dennis is back in the house. What's going on, Dennis? Thanks for the number 3 gifted badge, you absolute legend. Let's just talk a couple of other bits. I'm going to double down on why this is super, super crazy. UniCredit is now going to be offering Bitcoin exposure to professional clients via the BlackRock IBIT linked certificate. What? European banking behemoth UniCredit entering the crypto arena with a structured product tied to BlackRock. Now, for many of you that were here last night when we talked about this, the big German bank came into the market. HSBC's come in, Bank of America, all of these massive banks, JP Morgan Chase, Circle looking to now trying to launch some sort of bloody coin or so, I don't know, some sort of craziness. Banks are coming to cryptocurrency, right? Behemoth, UniCredit will now offer professional clients, those that have businesses, those that hedge, those that have trust funds and all sorts of craziness, 5-year US denominated investment certificate linked to BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust. They're going to go and buy Bitcoin on the iShares Bitcoin ETF. Pretty big. The product will guarantee 100% capital protection at maturity. What the fucking hell? That's crazy bullish, by the way. That's not all, though. Okay, stick with me, guys. It's going to move fast. We also have DDC Enterprise, the company behind Asia's-based brands Day Cook, no idea what it is, Noma Lim and Yai Thai. Trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker DDC. Has raised over $528 million in capital commitments with the goal of growing institutional Bitcoin reserves. Nice. Massive further funds. This is on the back of a $26 million private equity investment with leading digital asset investors, $25 million convertible note issuance, and $2 million private placement, and $200 million equity credit line with Anson Funds. Think about that, people. Think about that for a second. You've got a massive publicly traded company on the New York Stock Exchange that has a credit line, not anything like Alameda Research, where it was like $60 billion. Anson Fund is going to give them a credit line of $200 million. That means not only can they raise $528 million, but they can raise even more on top of it as well. They're also going to look to raise a further $275 million additional capital via convertible notes. Like, pretty big. That's pretty big news. But that's not all. It's here in the UK as well. Smart web company increasing Bitcoin holders now to 773 BTC. Let's get it, baby. Everyone's buying Bitcoin right now. Everybody is buying Bitcoin, and I think this is obviously very bullish. They were the latest UK company. They bought a little bit. I think they bought like 25 Bitcoin or something, nothing crazy. But now, all in. And there's over 100 Bitcoin reserve companies now. It's pretty crazy. It's going to be the new gold rush. It's going to be kind of the, the Fantastic Seven. What's that? Microsoft, Amazon, Intel, a couple of others. I can't think of it. You're going to start to see this with Bitcoin. My opinion, by the way. My opinion. So keep your eyes peeled on that. All pretty bullish, if you ask me. All pretty bullish. And I think this is really, really important. Also, Ripple-backed company's 100 million XRP announcement. What the hell? US-listed Weebus International Limited has announced that it's signed a senior equity credit line agreement. What? What? They're already buying $500 million worth of XRP. They've now got a further $100 million worth of an equity line. All these people are starting to hedge debt. I mean, debt could be a disaster in the longer run, but look, for the short term, it's very bullish. Weebus operates the AI-powered mobility solutions provider that offers customizable luxury chauffeur surfers globally. Pretty big. This probably plays into some of the Fetch AI stuff, the AI narrative that I think we've been talking about, RWA, all that kind of stuff. The 100 million facility minimized shareholders dilation by allowing us to raise capital once we need it, and we aim to accelerate our growth in North America and Asia. Pretty big news, right? Pretty big news. Okay, so think about all of that. You've got the Grayscale conversion going through, the Smarter Web company buying, you've got Weebus buying hundreds of $1 million worth of Bitcoin, and then you get this. Then you get this, right? This is kind of where it all starts to fall into place. All of it. And you go, I see what's happening here. The SEC is now considering a fast-track process to decide on crypto ETF applications. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me just give you my prediction. As I did yesterday, I think a BlackRock XRP ETF is going to be on the cards within the next 9 days. I said 10 yesterday, so I'm sticking by that. The SEC may expedite altcoin ETF applications by bypassing the Form 19B4, signaling a shift in approval processes. While this could fast-track future applications, existing filings with the 19B4 might not benefit immediately. Here's how I think this has gone, by the way. I think Larry Fink's gone. I'm Larry Fink. And then you've got Paul Atkins. How does Paul Atkins speak? Hello, Paul Atkins. Paul, it's Larry. Look, we want our XRP ETF. How quickly can you get this through? Well, we've got the 19B4. Fuck your 19B form. I don't want to fill it in. I want it through quick. Yeah, we'll just change the rules. Good. Make it so. That's what Larry Fink does. Some fantastic impressions. Nailed it. That's how I think it's going to go, right? So watch out. I think you could see an XRP ETF or some sort of Larry Fink-esque. Someone typed Larry Fink in the chat. Some sort of BlackRock ETF or something's going to happen. It's pretty bullish news. It's pretty crazy. If this was to change, by the way, I think you're just going to see this like absolute send-off. Loads of financial market, all sorts of crazy stuff. The chain indicates a more responsive SEC, potentially landing the faster ETF approvals and broader altcoin market. The reality is there is so much coming in terms of capital into this market. It's hard not to be bullish. Also, by the way, we've already just added about $300 onto the price of Bitcoin. So keep tapping that screen, baby. We're nearly at 5,000 likes. Also, if you can here on YouTube, by the way, there's nearly 70 odd of you in the stream. So hit the stream like button, subscribe to the channel, do all of that good stuff. It makes you feel better. That's my opinion anyway. Right, bring on the money. Knoxville knows what's up. Knoxville knows what's up. Robert says, Selma, I'm thinking 200k plus for BTC by October. Robert, you're absolutely out of your mind. I love it, though. I'm all about being bullish, but yeah. I mean, 200k would be wild. Wild. I mean, you would see some crazy shit happen. If we break this 14-year resistance line, I mean, it is literally go time. It'll be like the craziest bull run you've ever seen in your entire life. BlackRock have been blows to Ripple the whole time in the background, and there also a possible rumor BlackRock might own Ripple. Yeah, I definitely don't think that they're owning Ripple. I could definitely see them having... Well, we know Larry Fink's met with Brad Garlinghouse. That's definitely a thing that's happened, so... Yeah. Pretty interesting, if you ask me. Pretty interesting indeed. Keep tapping that screen, everybody. Let's keep locking it in. Here, guys. You can have some coins for being absolute G's. Bosh! There you go. Grab hold of some of those coins if you're here on TikTok. They're all for you guys. They're all free. You just have to stick around for a little bit. Right. Markets looked relatively decent until Trump opened his mouth, as always. And I'm sure he's probably going to open his mouth tomorrow and be like, great time to buy. Looks like World Liberty. In fact, let's check World Liberty Finance out, because you know what those are like. They normally dump the market and then they go and buy loads of Bitcoin. Crazy. Don't forget as well, there is a big deal. And I sort of talked about this in my Ethereum video earlier. I don't know if anyone's seen it right now, but this whole staking thing on Ethereum is going to absolutely skyrocket Ethereum. 35 million Ethereum is now staked. You should be like these, you know, Bitcoin you can kind of make work in terms of price and yields and all the rest of it. But once you start to get into a world of like Ethereum, it's going to get insane. I think you're just going to see massive accumulation of it. When you start to break down what people have got, so many of them have got monumental amounts of Ethereum. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, I'm very bullish on Ethereum, which should be good. Studyvertcoin.org. Okay. I'll take a look at it for sure. For sure. Keep tapping that screen, everybody. Welcome John Jones in the house. Gearmin, what's going on? Oh, looks like you sent me your website as well, Gearmin. Nice. Nice. Yeah, bullish on you guys joining from TikTok, by the way. Let's get it. Let's get it. Compared to you, Holmes, it's still a little tadpole to be clear. What the heck are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? I have no idea. I don't need raising. I'm 21. I'm raised. Nah, you're still a kid at 21. Still a kid at 21. I was in nappies at 21. Only on a Saturday night. Anyway, doesn't look like World Liberty Finance are purchasing. They bought some USD1. That's their stable coin. Nothing else really going on. Interestingly enough, Aethia USDT, I think that is. So very bullish. They look like they're getting ETH wrapped coins. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? That's kind of interesting. Anyway, keep pumping the markets, everybody. Keep tapping that like button. If you do have any questions or any thoughts, views, and opinions on the market, do just drop them in the chat and try and answer as best I can. Giving you the absolute alpha that you've got here on the channel. This is what it's all about. We're bringing you the latest and greatest in cryptocurrency, as well as giving you all the latest content, news, updates, and everything else you could possibly ever dream of. Make sure you're smashing that like button and getting bullish on it all, you set of heroes. Right. The stream is sponsored by Pampers. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I need the ban thing off my TikTok, and then I can start doing links to TikTok shop, but it won't let me because I'm at risk of getting banned. Come on, TikTok. You've seen now I'm just one of you. It's like, you know, we've got a great community here. Help me out, please. Anyway, right. Good news. I don't know if you guys saw this as well yesterday, but, and again, I put a video out talking about this. The Ethereum sidechain, EVM compatibility to the XRPL. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's pretty big. That is pretty big. So, yeah, I absolutely think we're going to see this kind of crazy move on a number of different coins. And I think it's very important to just think about how that's going to play out. So again, very, very, very bullish on what's going on in the markets. I am all for it. It's good news. It's good news. Alvin, 2-bit, what about the crumpets? Oh, shut up, Alvin. The ranch dressing doesn't go on a fucking crumpet. Weirdo. Get out of here. It literally makes me feel sick thinking about it. That's how I feel about ranch dressing on a crumpet. The absolute defacing of a crumpet is just not acceptable in any walk of life, by the way. In any walk of life. Alvin, thanks for the 279 crumpets and ranch. Get out of here. No good news moves XRP price. Well, they did announce the EVM sidechain with Ethereum yesterday. That's a pretty big news. No one seems to care. No one seems to talk about it. This is the problem you've got. A lot of people out there are just like hype mongers. Look, I'm bullish as the next person. I want to see a good move in the market, but there's still some good things happening at XRP. Just people don't really talk about it. But yeah, this whole Ethereum EVM sidechain, building Ethereum decentralized applications on the XRPL. You're talking payments. You're talking reward structures. You're talking all sorts of crazy shit going to the XRPL. Like, it's all getting a bit crazy out there. So yeah, you know what they say as well. No news is good news. Bitcoin now above 105,700. Doing well, guys. Keep tapping that like button. Keep subscribing. Keep sharing. Doing all that good stuff. Let's hype it. Let's hype it, by the way. Man, I'm super bullish tonight. Don't know why. Don't know why. Timmy BlackRock owns the soil in the... Is that true? I feel like it might be, actually. Ian, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, my man. Thank you so much. You made a wise decision. A wise decision. Remember, I'm here 6 days a week. breaking down the crypto markets, letting you guys know exactly what's going on. You do not want to get your information from anywhere else. Drunky crumpets to your squash. Get the hell out of here. Crumpets and ranch. Massive weirdos. Right. Anyway, let's get into your questions or anything you guys have had. We've done the news. We've done the charts. We've got 30 minutes left of the stream. I actually went early. I started streaming early tonight, so we can take a look at a little bit of DeFi, albeit I don't have a lot on my DeFi play right now. It's all a bit quiet, other than one, which I bought earlier, and I'm up on it so far, but not by much. So, yeah. The crazy thing is the chat and 2bit is scratching his head with crypto, poor guy. I mean, you have to kind of just blank out what some stuff that gets said in the chat because it's wild. It is wild. Anyway, we got to move on. Pete stole the ranch. Don't know about that. I don't know about that. Let's take a quick look while we are here at one of our favorite little maps. Let's look at the liquidation maps. What is going on? Well, the market right now feeling a little bit more optimistic, feeling like we might start to see a little bit of a reversal. I mean, Bitcoin is trying to push a little bit right now. 105, 745. We're going to keep close to it. It'd be nice to be back above 106. I would feel like I accomplished something in my life. So yeah, chat 100% can go rogue sometimes. That's why sometimes I just totally ignore what's going on. The Crypto Coach, welcome to the live. Appreciate you. What we're seeing here is, certainly over the course of maybe the next 7 days, we're seeing a slight optimistic view, albeit people still feel the market's going to go down. So worth noting if you were thinking about trading anything. Cumulative shorts versus longs, you can see there that way more potential shorts versus longs. People very much thinking we're going to push down a little bit further in the market. Doesn't necessarily mean we are, but worthwhile thinking about as this is kind of all playing out and being as fruitful as it is. That normally sometimes coincides with it going the other way. That's my view. So, yeah, we'll see. We will see. DW83, welcome. Thanks for joining. Max, welcome. Man, everyone's jumping in on the TikTok live. Bullish. What other content creators do you watch and chat? So I started watching Altcoin Daily, although I never did before, but I've started watching a little bit of Altcoin Daily. I watched a little bit of Crypto Banter the other day. I generally listen to... Who else do I listen to sometimes? Sunny Decree, although he doesn't put a lot of stuff out, really. But I listen to him sometimes. And... yeah, 2bit Crypto, I think. I listen to him quite a bit. He's pretty good. He knows what's up. 2bit just stuck a picture of my tea on Telegram. Crumpets and Ranch. I hate you so much. That better not actually be true. That better not... You better not have actually... let's not, you better not have like put the worst things. You no, that better not be real. That better not be real. That you are a disgrace. I mean, Tom put underneath ban. You are a disgrace. That is an absolute shambles. I can't believe you can put that on there. You should be ashamed of yourself. Should be ashamed of yourself, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm curious to know what you guys want. Thinking of topping up Sol. Yeah, Daniel, I thought about that. Sol's in a pretty good place right now. Sol at 146. Again, though, you might find that this comes down a little bit further. This is kind of where you've got some key support and resistance areas, which we've had on here for a while. So Sol may come down a little bit further. I'm not saying it will, by the way. It does look like it's probably going to retest this lower range here at 146. If you take a Fibonacci from the heart to the top, yeah. So look, as you sort of play that out, you're looking at a potential retest of, 140. What did I say? 143? 143 may go lower, 141. You maybe set a buy order at 140 as an example. Again, never financial advice, just saying. Christine, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, Sol, maybe we'll have to kind of see. I think what's good with Solana, and I said this before, by the way, I have Solana staked. It is doing very, very well. I'm earning about 0.03 Sol every day, or there or thereabout. It's about $6, I think. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. If you caught my short today, I talked about a couple of coins I think are going to do pretty well. As always, never financial advice, just my opinion on things. You never can be too sure in this game, but one of those, it was Aerodrome Finance. These rewards are now starting to really play out, fairly favorable. Look at that, 40% APR. Now at $30, I'm earning $10 a day. Bullish on Aerodrome Finance. So, we're getting that passive income, baby. The best portfolio: BTC, ETH, Sol, XRP, ADA, Link, DOT, NEAR, Quant, Render, AVAX, and SUI. There is only one that I think is probably not great in that list, and that's DOT. I think DOT's a complete waste of time. I think they had the chance, they blew it. No one cares about it anymore. No one's building over there. Again, not financial advice. I just think Polkadot is a really challenging coin to have, and I don't know what they're doing versus some of the other big chains that's going on out there. I think you'd be better off looking at something like Aptos versus Polkadot. Just my opinion. Again, not financial advice, by the way. 100% not the best portfolio. Oh dear. Camping, gold, prospecting, stop chasing. Nice. I like it, Chip. I like your style. Polkadot, that's the name I haven't heard in a while. Yeah, I mean, it's still there. They sort of rebranded, but it's not doing anything. I don't know what's been built over there. The other ones I think are okay. ADA, I talked about this last time. The only thing with Cardano as well is you are literally dealing with maxes. It's like holding Litecoin. Chainlink I think is good. NEAR, Quan, I mean, you're going to get a decent-ish return. Render. But yeah, I definitely think Sui's a good play, by the way. But yeah, Cardano, if I show you some of the stuff on Cardano, I think we've talked about this before, but this is why I got out of Cardano. I don't hold any more Cardano. I'm just a bit like, yeah, I'm probably done with this. Their chain is terrible. In fact, it's so terrible, it's not even on here. So you have to kind of... Cardano, here we go. So the problem you've got on Cardano, by the way, is its TVL, the total value locked on its chain, is utter garbage at 237 million and down 8%. Look at its stablecoin market cap, $31 million. That is basically what makes the world of DeFi go round. And Cardano has literally the worst amount of stablecoin on there. You've also got just really bad revenue. Look at this. Chain revenue, 7.4 million. Utter garbage. DEX volume at 3.64 million as well. So really bad. Sorry, the chain revenue fees is $8,000. Awful. So yeah, compare that to, let's compare it to say Base. Look at Base. 3.32 billion, generating $108,000 in revenue every 24 hours. Like, it's not even a competition. Like, it really isn't. That's my issue with Cardano. I just think it's a complete... You have to kind of just be really bullish on it and really like dialed into it, you know, versus, like I said, Solana. Look at that, $8 billion in total value. Look at the fees. It's just insane. But anyway, that's my view. Never financial advice, just advice or views. Look at this, Bitcoin 105,800. Let's get it, baby. Hey, 2-bit all. Hard to catch live now, but I've always caught it later. Could someone please poke my portfolio and get it moving? We're trying. I'm trying. Look at this. We're up to 105,817. That's $300 since we started. Keep tapping that like button. If we got to 10,000 likes, I reckon we'd see way more upside moves. Just the same. But yeah, good to see a diamond. Always good to have you. Tell me one Cardano DApp that's done well. Yeah, I can't, is the honest answer. I can't. Tim says, 2-bit, have you talked to Charles? He's much younger than you think. Really? How old is he? I haven't though, mate. I don't feel like I could message him saying, hey, Charles, just to let you know, I think your blockchain's crap. Robert says, been sitting on Cardano for years. I mean, it depends what price you bought in at, but there's so, in my opinion, there is so many better blockchains out there that I think are going to do very, very well. I mean, even you could argue some layer ones are going to be pretty crazy. Like Ethereum, I just think is going to do something big, but yeah, we'll see. I think we see 103 tonight during the Asia hour. 103, Ponke. You absolutely out of your mind. You reckon we're dropping nearly $3,000? You are cracked right now, bro. I hope we don't see 103 tonight. I've got to be honest. I'd like to see a close at 106. I'm half full. Do you know what I mean? I want to see it. I want to see us move a little bit high. Tim's probably going to go and buy $100 million worth of Bitcoin anyway, so it's going to be fine. Life cycle there, a couple of hype dApps launch, everyone crushed. Yeah. Well, they had Snack. Is it Snack? The meme coin came out. It was like, oh, this is going to be pretty bullish. It's no way Charles Hoskins is 30. No way. No way on this earth. No way is he in his 30s. Absolutely no way. $87. Are you winding me up? That mother trucker's 37. Get out of here. What the flipping heck? No way. No way. Charles Hoskinson's 37. No way on this earth. This guy looks like he's about 100. What? He's never 37. I don't care what you say. Never in a million years. Never, ever in a million years is he 37. Absolute nonsense. Tough paper round for the geezer. Tough paper round. He must have done about 10. Anyway, the blockchain can't handle volume. Yeah, Cardano is a real problem anyway. Corey, I've heard good things. Are they launching tokens? What does Corey say? Corey says, I've no idea. Who the hell's Corey? I can't even see a Corey. Should I see a Corey? OPF Norfolk, what's going on? Small little shakeout before the breakout, maybe. Maybe it wouldn't be the first time it's happened. Wouldn't be the first time it's happened. So we'll see. What's going on, OPF Norfolk? Good to see you, you Legonian. Legonian. Too bad I remember June like it was yesterday. Man, tell me about it. Tell me about it. It's all about June. What an afternoon in June. So, yeah, I mean, look, BTC holding up pretty well. Not a lot else going on out there. So, yeah, if you got anything. Oh, have we got some more breaking news? My phone just pinged and went, breaking news. This could be rubbish. Just saying. What was our first breaking news? Oh, yeah, Trump called Jerome Powell a moron. What's this one? I am optimistic this is going to be crazy. This is going to be some crazy news. Are you ready? Are you ready? Just in Polymarket traders. See a 46 punch. Musk will launch a new political party in December. Okay, it's not great news. I'm sorry. I thought it was way better news than it turned out it was. I'm sorry about that, guys. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. Don't you want me, baby? What? Don't you want me? Whoop-de-doo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought it was going to be way more exciting than that. I apologize. But price of Bitcoin is going up, baby. Let's do it. Breaking news, JP says, I know that you're about where I'm... says, I know you are, but what am I? Oh, dear me. Did we have a Q3? I don't think we're in Q3 yet, are we? Maybe we are. I don't know. Possibly, I guess. Is there possible? Yeah, I've definitely seen that as well, Holmes. I can't believe he's 37. No way on this earth he's 37. I don't care what anyone says. I'm going to ring him and be like, Charles, you're not 37. Stop lying on your Wikipedia page, pal. Update that. You are a liar, sir. You are a liar. Anything on the ledger this week? Jobs, Fed, or anything? Not really. There is next week, we get the announcement of the minutes from the FOMC, which is going to give us an indication as to actually what the Fed board did vote. So we'll see that. But yeah, nothing at all, really. A little bit around unemployment data. I don't think that's going to be a big deal. Next week, obviously, we get the minutes from the Fed Jerome Powell meeting. We'll see what that looks like. That's it. So it's pretty quiet over the course of the next 2 weeks. Nothing really going on. So we are going to have to pump this market ourselves. Thoughts on XLM 2-bit, Daniel? Yeah, I mean, look, we talked about XLM quite a bit, which I think, I think is fine. I think it'll move with XRP. It's down 6%. I mean, look at the altcoin market, by the way. The altcoin market is screaming, buy me right now. Never financial advice, but yeah, just saying. I mean, Ondo Finance at 74 cents is a steal right now. But yeah, XLM, it'll move with XRP. I think it's got an opportunity. Cheap, easy to use. You know what I mean? I think it's probably got a good shout. Maybe Blazer. Maybe. We'll see. Kingsley, thanks for the follow, as well as Joe Boldy. Thanks for the follow. Thank you so much. Appreciate you both. Keep following, keep sharing, keep tapping that like button. I really am enjoying kind of our little community we got growing out here on TikTok. It's pretty bullish. Pretty bullish indeed. Obviously, I think that my community on YouTube is literally legendary. But yeah, hopefully you two can meet. It's like the parents meeting at some point, isn't it? Like the parents meeting at some point. That'd be pretty bullish if you ask me. So another boring week with Powell saying nothing a week again. Yes, pretty much. Now, he was given evidence, talking somewhere, I think, today. I can't remember. There was something happening, but yeah, nothing really. And nothing super crazy. The only debate will be if Trumparino decides he's going to fire him, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. It's a big move that and I think I've said this before. I don't actually think markets would like it. That's just my opinion. You know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. We'll see. The less Powell speaks, the better. Yeah, the less Trump speaks at the minute as well. He just needs to crack on. This big, beautiful bill, I think we need to just understand what that looks like. There was a rumor mill they were going to try and take capital gains tax away from people who are investing in crypto, which, you know, look, I'm all for. Should pay tax when you're after, but if you can get out of them, then, you know, through legislation and all the rest of it, then I think it's probably worthwhile. But whether they will or not is a totally different sector altogether. But still, we'll see. That's been left out, confirmed. Jesse, what's going on? Jesse said most of the board expects rate cuts this year. Yeah, I saw that. They said that they would. Look, September is probably where we get to at the minute. I think yeah, that's it. Central bankers in Portugal. Yeah, I forgot that's where he was. So, yeah, I mean, the view, we know that at least 3 of the Fed have said, yeah, well, you know, we kind of feel that maybe rate cuts are appropriate. Maybe they should come in a little bit sooner. Ultimately, Jezza has the overall arching decision-making to do on it, so we'll see. Every week is a boring week, and when it's not a boring week, it's a nothing still. Yeah, whenever there's stuff going on, the markets are flat, and whenever there's nothing going on, the market's dump. It's tough life right now. It's tough life in crypto. Who would do it? All of us. All of us. Could get a 0.5% rate cut in September. Should have to. Yeah, I mean, the tariff thing's going to be interesting for sure, but we'll see. Hal's been invited to alligator Alcatraz by Trump. Oops. Anyway, keep doing it. Keep tapping that like button. Keep tapping that screen. Look at this. Bitcoin could be back over 106 before we end the show. You just got to keep working hard. You got to work for your bags, you massive set of choppers. Keep tapping that like button. Keep getting bullish on La Marqueda. It is ultimately how it's going to drive that adoption. Let's get it. You know what to do, everybody. You know what to do. Alligator AI. What the hell is that? I do not know that, Alvin. Alligator AI. Nope. Nope. Yeah, not sure, mate. Not sure on that one. Sorry, OP. Yeah, a long day. I've got an even longer day tomorrow as well. Don't forget, I do a 9 to 5 job, which is not 9 to 5. It's like 7 to 6. So I have to go and see my boss again, of which I'm then driving back to like Nottingham tomorrow from where I am, which is just miles. And then I'm driving back there on Saturday as well. It's like, oh, give me an effing break, pal. But yeah, maybe one day I'll just get to do cryptocurrency, YouTube, and all the rest of it live, direct, and as a full-time job. Until then, though, we got to keep grinding. We got to keep working hard, and we got to keep super bullish on what's going on with the market. So yeah, anyway, we got about 10 minutes left of the stream. 10, 12 minutes. So yeah, your boss tomorrow, you're fired. I thought he was going to fire me today, but it's fine. We're all good. We're all good. Jeez, kudos to you, mate, for doing this channel on top of a full-time job. Yeah. I'm not flexing, by the way. So I have a very, it's a hard job, right? It's a hard job. I'm responsible for, I have 11 direct reports and cumulative outside of those 11 direct reports, about 400 people that work for me. I run a £800,000 to £1 million a week business. Have 3 kids, run a YouTube channel, run an investment group, and run a project. So yeah, I mean, why not? Why not? It's fine. Too bad you don't remember Alligator AR. Alligator Al? No, I don't remember that. Alligator Al? No idea. Give me a wave driving to Nottingham. Will do. Will do. Can you stand on one of the bridges on the motorway just with 2-bit? And as I drive through, by the way, I'll be leaving my house about 5:45 a.m. So here's how it's going to work. I'll finish this live stream, go and see my missus, come back in. I'll then do some content, do some prep for tomorrow, probably go to bed about 1 a.m. 5 hours later, I'll be on the road on my way to my 9 to 5 job. When's the next vacation? August, I think. Yeah, August. I fly to France. Go to France in August. So I'm going to try and still do some content, though. Definitely. The last time just feels like the channel's just starting to get back where we were. Like, man, that week I took off and didn't do any content. The channel died. I mean, it's awful. Awful. So, yeah. So I'll try and do some content while I'm out there. Try and pre-record some videos as well while I'm out there as well. Just try and keep the channel ticking over, which fingers crossed will be able to do. Yeah, South of France, mate. Yeah, going back to the South of France. All that, and you're only 21. Impressive. See, exactly. Only 21. No one would ever think that wasn't true. No one would ever think that wasn't true. So yeah, we'll see. I'm a plant dealer. Didn't know what to do with the profits, so started buying crypto. Is that actually true, Ryan Smith? That's epic, by the way. That's epic. Save some stress for the rest of us. That's true. That's true. CJ, thanks, mate. I try, look, I just try and, work hard. That's always my opinion. Quite annoys me when you've got altcoins down 3.5%. Like, come on. Some of us try really hard. Zalbio says crypto tax in the UK. Yeah, capital gains tax. And it's about to get way worse in January 2026. So be mindful of that. We are going to actually do a full series talking about taxes and the impact it's going to have on everyone who is invested, particularly in the UK as well. So yeah, Big Brother's coming. It's coming in January 2026. So you need to be mindful of that. I'd learn DeFi now. That's where I would be at. I'd be very much getting into what's going on with DeFi for sure. You moved to Dubai? No, I've got a missus and 3 kids, and they definitely are not interested in going to Dubai. So, yeah. Your camera is out of focus. Is it? Am I back? Hey! There we are. I'm back. I'm back. So, yeah. Top 5 projects for the bull run. Great question. I love those questions. I have a video coming out about this. XRP, Dupe, Aerodrome, Ethereum, Ondo Finance. There you go. There's 5 I think are going to do very well. Each country does tax differently, so to be clear on what you're putting out there for people. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Clearly. I mean, what is it? Portugal, 0%. Dubai, 0%. There's quite a few. In fact, is there a list of... let's see if we can find this. Let's see if we can see this. Let's have a look. Boom, 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 do, 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 boom, boom, boom. Help, bump. Do, 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 ba, ba, da, da, da. Does anyone know? I can't believe I was just telling me that. So what the hell is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Right, let's try and break this down. So let's try and give you a flavor of what those... Oh my gosh, my TikTok live. Oh God, we've been live an hour. That's pretty crazy. There we go. Right, crypto taxes around the world is as follows. I think this is correct. There we go, look. So how Bitcoin and crypto is taxed across the EU. 2024, this. 2024. So EU, that's how it's split. Man, Austria, 27.5%. Jesus. 30% in France. Dependent on income, 0% to 45% in Germany. That's pretty interesting. Sweden, 30%. So where's the best? Luxembourg, 0%. That's pretty bullish. Outside of that, Europe is a bit of a disaster. That's the problem. Europe, you're paying taxes. Simple as that. Simple as that. Get paying taxes, you massive choppers. Let's have a look at this. Why is some of the images just not loading? It's kind of annoying. You can leave your hat on 2-bit. You can leave your hand on. Yeah, it all depends. I mean, lots of countries in 2022 seem to have favorable rates. Finland at 4%. But yeah, definitely very much different right now out there in the world. So, yeah, just have to be mindful around it, don't you? You have to be mindful around it. Like I always say, though, you should always pay your taxes, baby. Always pay your taxes. Right, anyway, it looks like Bitcoin might be about to break 106. You can all thank me by tapping that like button and tapping the screen, baby. Let's get it. 106. Why Ondo? Why not Chainlink? Ondo is tokenizing US treasuries, which are going to be printed in more than you can ever even fathom this year. Therefore, if they put that on the blockchain, they will be one of the only companies built on Ethereum, by the way, distributing out US treasuries for the average investor using Ondo Finance. That's why I'm pretty bullish on it. But Chainlink, look, I think Chainlink's going to be good as well. For whatever reason, I assume the bull market would be less stressful than the bear market. Nah, never. The bull market's way more difficult. Way, way more difficult. Look at this. 105, 965. Looks like we could be coming in for 106 on a retest. That'd be pretty nice. That'd be pretty nice. Tomorrow I'll buy a 2-bit hat. I'm down for it. Yeah. I didn't hear him say anything about Jasmine or AVAX. AVAX, I'm still bullish. I just think other coins will outperform those. I'm still optimistic. Man, AVAX, I'm really optimistic. But if AVAX got to like $300, that's only going to be about an 8x, isn't it, really? 6, 7x. Whereas, you know, something like Aerodrome Finance could be an absolute skyrocket. It might have got 0 as well. But yeah. And Jasmine, I think, again, will be good as well. But we'll see. We'll see. All good, buddy. Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Thank you. All good. Jamaica sucked. I just got back to Mick poverty. What the hell? Brussels not a fan of their sprouts. That's true. That's true. Out of powder at this point. Yeah, I think most of us are. We bought too many dips. It just kept on dipping. Come on. Crypto, what the hell? It's fine though. That's why I yeet my money into shit meme coins and see what happens. Did we get a bowler hat? Do you reckon? Yeah, I reckon I could rock a bowler hat. Definitely. Definitely. That's wild, Tim. Is that actually true, by the way, Tim? Is that actually true? I actually remember doing that, like not doing it, by the way, but looking at that when I was a student and be like, oh, so I can get like a finger chopped off and it's like 40 grand. Didn't do it. I've got all of them. Look, 5 fingers or 4 fingers and 2. Well, hold on. 8 fingers and 2 thumbs. Depends how you look at it. Belize was better than Jamaica, but the tax are cheap and Belize is a tax shelter. Yeah, I think if you're going to try and avoid tax, go to Portugal. That'd be my view. Buy blue chip crypto. Exactly, Zalbio. I agree with you. Definitely. Jesse says, ADA XLM H-Band. Litecoin. Man, you are a proper maxi, Jesse. I love it. Litecoin. What's the price of Litecoin right now? Litecoin. Do I even have that on my charts? Man, I don't even think I have it on my charts. That's bad news, isn't it? That is bad news. Did I put Litecoin on here? No, it is not on my list. What's the price of Litecoin? Keep an eye on Say, people. Yeah, Say's had a big run recently. Big run. So, yeah, Say doing pretty well. For sure. 40k fingers are overrated. Exactly, Holmes. That's what I think as well. That's what I think. Anyway. Tim, I'm not sharing. I'm not shaming by any means. Yeah, Tim, if you want to do that, you crack on, mate. Needs must. These must. This bull runs 7 trillion market cap. Zal, yeah, I think it could even be a bit more. We'll see. We'll see. Double in price. Bitcoin 200k. Well, I mean, it would only have to be about 160 to get to that point. So, you know, maybe. Some things need to go in our favor, though. We need to definitely see a little bit more optimistic move. Don't forget, by the way, Legends on TikTok. Do tap the screen for me, by the way. Let's get this absolutely pumping. We could definitely break 5,000 likes. Everyone just taps the screen for the next, like, minute and a half. We'll absolutely smash way through 5,000 likes. So do me a favor, everybody in the TikTok live, start tapping that screen. Let's absolutely max it out. Let's get these likes in. Let's smash 5,000 likes. Also, if you're here on YouTube, hit that like button. I would appreciate it for sure. Would appreciate it for sure. But yeah, look at that. There we go. 106, baby. Don't ever question whether I can push this market or not. 106. Bosh. I was going to ask how much to entertain it. What's that for? TikTok makes no sense. I mean, it's just a social media platform, isn't it? Only retail out of the market. True. That's very true. Know your worth, Holmes. Don't undervalue yourself. What the hell? Lauren, you honestly, you take this chat into just a completely different place. Completely different place sometimes. Would love to know why Litecoin. What is the thesis behind it? Yeah, I mean, Litecoin will pump because it's full of Litecoin maxis, isn't it? So Litecoin will definitely have a move, I think. But yeah, it's what? Oh, 83.53. Okay, fine. For a second, then I thought it was 83,000. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Anyway. Could go to the perm bank even though I'm fixed. Yeah, always be careful. Who's selling panics? They bought top again. That's true, Zal. Every single bull market, people always yeet their bags. And they probably shouldn't have done. Anyway, that's just my view. That is my view. But keep tapping that likes. Let's lock some of these likes. We're nearly at 5,000. There we go. 5,000 likes. She's massive set of legends. Bang on 10 o'clock. Let's give it another 5 minutes. If everybody in the TikTok live right now taps that screen. Tap. I reckon we could probably get to 10,000. But you got to tap it. You got to tap it like you mean it. Cracker Jack, it's like a game over there. I mean, it's pretty wild. Yeah, it is pretty wild. Rebuy 27.28. Yeah, I'm out of this market. Bull market, done. Bear market, I'm selling everything. And then I'll just buy back in. Hold the capital. I'm not going to remove it from the markets. We'll hold the capital and then we'll go on it and we'll try and put it to work. If we've got, my portfolio, let's get it, Vern. My portfolio is about, I think I said this before, about $3,000. So I'll have that in USDC and be earning 5% rewards on it. So yeah. I'm bullish. Hopefully I can make that 3,000 into 5,000 this bull market, and I'm just going to be sitting pretty for the rest of the year, baby. First week of October is my spot plan. Nice. I like it. Shoot. I'm not even going to go down there. The 4-year cycle buy property. Well, the debate is whether the 4-year cycle actually plays out. Could we finally see a 5-year cycle this bull market? Maybe. Bitcoin dumping off 106. Look, see, this is the problem. People just sell, you weak-handed pieces of turd. Stop selling your Bitcoin. Buy some more. Go and buy some more altcoins. That'd be my view. Anyway, I'm only kidding. It's never financial advice, as always. Only an opinion. Only an opinion. Litecoin use cases for when BTC sells out. I mean, maybe. Maybe. That is possible. That is possible. I front ran the 4-year cycle. Good idea. Your opinion is accurate? I hope so. We try and be as accurate as we can be. We try and bring the latest news, reviews, technical analysis, and everything in between. All you guys got to do, hit the follow button, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and you are dialed in. You're dialed into what's going on in this market. And like I said, I still believe we are early in this game. I still believe we've got some upside momentum, some bullish stuff coming. And I certainly am optimistic on where this market's going to head up. So very much bullish. We'll see. Lots going on. Not too much going on this week, though. Again, pretty flat week. So we're looking for probably ETF volume to drive us. A little bit maybe of adoption. Whether we get a little bit more clarity on the big, beautiful bill. Hopefully we get some sort of announcement, particularly around some sort of crypto reserve. I did sort of talk about the potential of maybe an XRP reserve. I think that could be pretty crazy. But that would totally be determined by whether we get an announcement from the administration in the US. So whether we will or not, I don't really know. Rate cut dominance down, BTC print money. Yeah, I mean, look, that's the other thing as well. One thing to note, by the way, just FYI, sorry, I don't have it on the screen. Bitcoin is now down at 2.045 million. Another 9,455 Bitcoin left an exchange just today. Think about that. Over the course of the last 7 days, 30,400. Last 30 days, 115,000 Bitcoin have left the exchanges. 45,000 Bitcoin. This could be under 2 million within a week. Think about that. Are you doing a space tomorrow? Yes, I'm going to set it up tonight, and then we will be doing a space. Vern and I will be absolutely dialed in. Vern was working last week, and I just wanted to do a bit of a TikTok space, which was kind of fun. But yeah, we'll do it tomorrow night. We're gonna be on X talking all things crypto. Vern and I, and anyone else that wants to come and join us, which should be good news. You think he's going to run away very soon? Yes, Johnny, I do. There's lots of stuff going on with Ethereum right now. I don't think it's going to happen next week. It's going to be a couple of weeks, but watch out. I think Ethereum, in my opinion, there's some crazy stuff happening with Ethereum. Go and listen to the interview with Tom Lee. You're going to start to get Ethereum MicroStrategy companies, Ethereum treasury companies that will stake Ethereum. It's crazy. So Tom Lee's raising $285 million to buy Ethereum, to stake it as a proof of stake, to then earn yield on it. You can almost then say to your investors, you give me $285 million, I'm going to give you 5% back. Pretty crazy if you ask me. Anyway, people, we're at 10:05. I've been live now for what, like an hour and 10 minutes maybe? How long have I been live for? Yeah, an hour and 10 minutes. Bullish. End of July, actually. Oh, my calendar's not there. I think end of July. I think my missus is away again, so we'll be having a couple of late night streams, so get ready for that. I'm excited. And as always, don't forget, check out the content coming later on the channel. Bullish. Lots of good news coming out. Some altcoin picks, as well as my favorite cryptocurrencies for this bull market. Don't miss out on all of that. The way you do that, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. There is no greater place to get your news, reviews, and join the greatest community out there in the world of cryptocurrency. But until tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. in the UK, thank you so much, everybody. Catch you on the flip side. See you in a bit.
you.